Hi everyone, welcome to our lesson 1. The topic we are looking at today is on Introduction to Human Resource Management. Your presenter is CHRP Nka. So first of all, I want us to look at the subtopics we will address today, which is about first of all, we need to look at the meaning of human resource management, the objectives of human resource management, the human resource management functions, and the features of human resource management. And before we continue with what is human resource management, we need to understand what is management itself. We have so many definitions where one of the person defined management as the process of deciding what is to be done and letting other people do it. Another person said it is about planning what is to be done, organizing where you allocate resources, directing, which is about supervising people, controlling to make sure that we are within the plans that we have set. And therefore, because we are saying management is about getting things done through other people, these other people are the ones that we call human resource. So when you look at human resource, it has to do with the labor, the human capital, the manpower, the business partner. There are many names that we have today because when you look at the human resource management, it is still evolving. And so the human resource management itself, it has to do with management of people in an organization, where as you manage these people, it means that you have to do the procurement. So it has to do with procuring, developing the workers, maintaining competent workforce in order to achieve organizational goals, and anything else that will ensure that the workers you have in your organization, they are effective and efficient. So you find that this function of management, that is human resource management, it is a branch of management that deals with management of people in an organization, the people you have for you to be able to achieve the organizational goals. And so when you look at the objectives of human resource management, one of the objectives it tries to achieve is that it makes sure that we maintain and sustain industrial peace, that we have good relationship between management and employees. Also, to improve the production of employees that you have. Make sure that you get the best out of the people you have in your organization. And more to that, to attract and secure appropriate people, where you find that when we come to hiring, you don't pick any person. You have to look at what you want to achieve as an organization, and therefore you need to attract the right people and make sure they stay in your organization. So we are saying one of the objectives is to attract and secure appropriate people in the organization. Also to recognize and satisfy individuals' needs, where you find different employees come with different needs, and therefore one of the objectives of human resource management is to make sure that these needs are satisfied. Also to maintain high morale, make sure people are motivated. To promote employee discipline, make sure the people you have, they have the right behaviors, the right attitudes that will help them achieve their organizational goals. To provide favorable environment for employees, environment that is free from industrial accidents, free from occupational diseases. And more to that, to bridge the gap between individual goals and organizational goals, where you find when people come to an organization, they have their own goals. At the same time, the organization has its own goals, and you see sometimes they can be conflicting. Like maybe organizational goal is to maximize the profit, but on the other hand, employee goal is to maximize the income. So you see one contradicts the other one. So we are saying the human resource management, one of the objectives is to bridge the gap between these two. And therefore, if you look at the functions of human resource management, because we said it is about management of people in an organization so that we are able to achieve organizational goals, it carries out a number of functions. One is job design and analysis, where you find that when you talk of job design, it has to do with coming up with organizational structures, setting up various positions, and coming up with the job descriptions and specifications. Job description, we will see it's about what are your duties, what are the responsibilities in that given position. And as you do the analysis, you are also able to ensure that we come up with the specifications that fine, this position has these duties and responsibilities. So the person who will occupy that position and be able to carry out the duties effectively, what qualifications must that person possess or has? So we call that job design and analysis. Also, the function of human resource management is human resource planning, where you find with this function, it is the human resource department that will ensure that we have the right number of employees at the right time, at the right place, in the right numbers, so that we can be able to achieve the organizational goals. Also, it means that it is the human resource department that will ensure that organizations do not have shortage of employees and no surplus. We do not have more employees than we need or less employees than we need. So that is what that function is all about, the human resource planning. Also, this department is the one to do recruitment, selection, placement, and orientation, where you find when you recruit, you attracting the right people, where could be you have one position, you advertise. So when you advertise, you can get 10 people. And therefore, from the 10, we need to do the selection. Selection is about identifying the most suitable person for a given position. Out of the 10, who is the most suitable person? That's what selection is all about. And then we are saying you do placement. When you do placement, it's about allocation of duties and responsibilities. Where when you are doing placement, there are two things which are very important. The requirements of the job, they must match with the employee qualifications. So you have to match the two. So you don't just assign someone some duties. You have to check, does the qualifications he has, do they match with the requirements of that job? So that's what we call proper placement. And then orientation, which is about onboarding. A new person has to be made familiar with the work environment so that he can be able to settle very fast and start working effectively and efficiently. Also, human resource department will do training and development. This is about ensuring that employees have the right knowledge, the right skills, and the right attitudes. So you need to keep on enhancing employees' potential in their skills, in their knowledge, so that they can be able to achieve whatever the duties and responsibilities you've given them. Also, the human resource department is the one to design the salaries and wages. That function is known as compensation or remuneration. Some books will call it reward management. So it is the work of human resource department to look at the various duties that are there in a given position. From there, they design the salaries that match those duties and whatever the working conditions. So it means that the accounting department will only pay what the human resource department has instructed them to pay the employees in terms of benefits, in terms of allowances, in terms of the basic wage. Generally, that is the work of human resource department to decide. Also, they will do career planning, where you find that with this department, it ensures that you look at what is the potential of a given employee. From there, you help them advance in their careers, which area is more suitable for them. Also, the department will handle employee health and safety, where you find that you have to make sure the work environment is conducive, free from accidents at the workplace, the industrial accidents that is, and free from occupational diseases. So it is the human resource department to ensure that we have conducive working environment. They do performance appraisals, where you find that this function will make sure every employee knows what is expected of them. You give them a target, of course you discuss with them. Then from there we have to measure that after the time period that we have agreed. Then from there we check, is there any deviation between what was the given target and what is the actual performance of a given employee. From there we take some corrective measures, where you find that with the performance appraisal, they are meant to make sure that we improve each and every employee performance. We get the best, because at the end of the performance appraisal, we are supposed to get, is there anything that we can do to improve that performance further? Then we have employee relations function, where with this function it tries to see that management and workers have good relationship. We minimize on industrial actions, strikes and lockouts. We try to bring them down. That is what that function is all about, managing the relationship between management and the trade unions that are there. It will do position change, that is the human resource department, where you find position change will carry a number of things, like they are the ones to do transfer of workers from one department to another one, from one section to another. They will do retirement, they will do promotions, demotions, any change in a given position. That is the work of human resource department. They will discipline the workers. They will set the rules and regulations, come up with what are the expected behaviors and what are the consequences that will follow, and they make sure that they implement that. So those are the key functions that we have in human resource department. And then when you look at the human resource management, there are some characteristics that it has, or the features of human resource management. One, it is a pervasive function. When we say that human resource is a pervasive function, it means that each and every manager will find themselves practicing HR. You are a procurement manager, but we know there are people that are under you in your department. So you are the one who will help us when we are doing promotions, when we are doing training, when we are doing discipline. So we are saying that each and every manager will find themselves doing the human resource function. So it is a pervasive function. It is individual oriented function, where it focuses on a person as an individual. At the same time, it is people oriented. It makes sure that we bring people in an organization together so that we are able to achieve the organizational goal. And another thing, it is quite a challenging function, because you are dealing with people here and people are dynamic. So it will become quite a challenging function. It is an art as well as a science. because you find that it has a body of knowledge. You can't practice human resource management unless you understand the policies, the procedures of doing various functions. It is a development-oriented function where it makes sure that it develops the knowledge, the skills, the right attitudes in each and every person in the organization. It is a comprehensive function where you find that it's kind of a gateway. It covers each and every person in the organization, from the senior to the junior. So you'll find that it covers everyone in the organization. It's the entry point, and it is a continuous function where you find with human resource management, it is a never-ending function. Thank you. See you in the next video.